Hey everybody, and welcome to this video. I'm Minxlaura123 and this is going to be a bookish themed video. So hello to all of my fellow bookworm buddies out there. Okay, so we're going to be doing a few things in this video. I have a new book haul for you. Yes, the first book haul of the year. It's January. I've got some new books. Some of these I've bought, and some of these are from my local library. So I'll be showing you them, telling you about them, maybe giving you some ideas for books that you want to read as well. Also, I'll be telling you about my current read, which I'm really enjoying. And I've got two, not one, but two TBR games to do, so I'm very excited about that. I really want to do more kind of TBR game things because it's fun. I love watching TBR games on, you know, other people's channels and the way they do different games, different methods of choosing books, and I want to do it myself. So there will be more kind of TBR games this year for you. So yeah. Anyway, if you enjoy watching, which I hope you do, please click like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. That would be awesome. And don't forget to smash the notification bell to all notifications. Then you can see when I've uploaded new videos and when I'm doing live streams. Okay, so let's get started. By the way, Happy New Year. It is 2022, so I hope you'll have a wonderful year. So we're going to start with the book haul. Okay, so let's go with the books from Waterstones that I've got. So the first one, really, I say I'm really excited, but I'm really excited about all of them. But I'm really excited about this one. This is Becky Albertelli and Adam Silvera. Oh yes, it's finally out. I've waited for this for so long. Here's to Us, and this is the sequel to What If It's Us. There's a picture there at the back. I absolutely love that book. It was so good. It was so cute. And this is the sequel and I just can't wait. It sounds adorable. I absolutely love Becky Albertelli books. I think she's such an amazing author. Her characters are so lovable and fun, and you just really kind of, well, for me, I just really kind of connect with her characters. And yeah, really super excited the sequel is out. I'm going to pop my glasses on so I can actually read to you what it's about. If you haven't read number one, I really suggest you do because it is so super cute. I loved it. So don't miss where it all kind of began, where it started. Okay, so it says, how much can change in 2 years? Ben survived his first year of college, but he's feeling more stuck than ever. His only saving grace is his writing partner, Mario, who's been giving him Spanish lessons and plenty of kisses. Ooh. So why can't he stop thinking about a certain boy from his past? Then we've got Arthur. Arthur is back in New York, ready to take the theatre world by storm. It sucks having to be apart from his boyfriend, but he knows their relationship is solid, which is why it's no big deal when his ex-boyfriend Ben stumbles back into the picture, right? Even as Ben and Arthur try to shake off the past, they keep running into each other in the present. So yeah, it says, is the universe trying to tell them there's a do-over in their future? I want these two just to work out. I love both of their characters. I'm really excited to kind of get back into their world, and yeah. Ooh, I can't believe I got the sequel. Very happy about that. Okay, so another book that I got from Waterstones. This is one of the most hyped up books I think I've ever heard about. You know, when you kind of go online and you see it on social media, you see it on YouTube, like it's just everywhere, and people seem to be loving it. There are a few people that I know who've read it and have been like, it's okay. But in general, people are raving about it. They're in like such love for it. It's become a kind of book sensation. And I suppose I just wanted to jump on that bandwagon, I'm being honest. Now, I do have I do have an issue when it comes to certain pronunciations of words. So feel free to laugh at me. But certain words, I don't know why, but I can't seem to pronounce them very well. So if I say things wrong, I hold my hands up. I'm sorry in advance, okay? So this is by Ali Hazelwood. I'll show you the picture. It's super sweet, the cover. Love that cover. And it's called, now, here we go, The Love Hypothesis. Have I said it right? Hypothesis. See, look, there we go. I'll just leave it at that. So yeah, this is like a bestseller. Everyone's raving about it. It sounds quite cute and romantic and contemporary romance. I do like romance, but it's not my like main go-to genre or anything. But sometimes I do like a little bit of slushy stuff, you know. I am an ice queen, but you know, romance books do melt me sometimes. So this is a love story based around science as well. So it says, as a third-year PhD candidate, Olive Smith doesn't believe in lasting romantic relationships, but her best friend does, and that's what got her into this situation. Convincing Anna that Olive is on her way to a happily ever after was always going to be tough. Scientists require proof, so like any self-respecting woman, Olive panics and kisses the first man that she sees. That man is none other than Adam Carlson, a young hotshot professor and well-known ass. Which is why Olive is positively floored when he agrees to keep her charade a secret and to be her fake boyfriend. But when a big science conference goes haywire and Adam surprises her again with his unyielding support and his unyielding abs, their little experiment feels dangerously close to combustion. Olive soon discovers that the only thing more complicated than I've got to say that word again now, than a hypothesis on love is putting her own heart under the microscope. It sounds super cute. When I was at school, I didn't mind science when it was like stuff with a Bunsen burner and things. I quite enjoyed that. But there was other parts of science and that which I hated, like dissections and stuff. I would not do them. Bless them. My mum used to write a note for me to get me out of anything to do with dissections, and I didn't have to see any. But yeah, I liked science when it was kind of like, you know, the little test tubes and potions, you know, and Bunsen burners. Like, that was all good. But yeah, I just think this sounds really sweet. And it says on here, a TikTok sensation. I think everyone is raving about this book, and I just want to kind of be a part of it. So I read the first couple of pages of it when I got it, and I have to say, even from that first couple of pages, I was like, yeah, this is going to be good. So I have high hopes for this one. High hopes. Okay, so next up we have another word that I'm going to probably have a problem pronouncing. Yeah, honestly, I did actually get a B in English when I was back at college and stuff, but you wouldn't believe it, would you? So this is a little graphic novel. I've never heard of this, by the way. I was literally on the Waterstones website one afternoon, like you do as bookworm, and it come up on recommended, like, books that you might like or whatever, I don't know. And I was like, oh, okay. So I clicked on it and I thought, oh, because I love graphic novels, not all the time, but just in between books sometimes, and I love all spooky paranormal stuff, so I look quite, you know, interested, and it got me keen. I wanted to find out more. So this is Ghost Stories of an, I think how you say it is antiquary, antiquary yeah, okay. I love this front cover, by the way. It's so cool with him just kind of like standing there in this library. He looks really creepy as well, holding his book. So it says number 1 on it, so there must be more. And basically it's a graphic collection of short stories by M.R. James. So I think it's got a kind of, it says here, admired by writers from H.P. Lovecraft to Ruth Rendell. It's kind of like thriller and paranormal and graphic novel, which is fantastic. I love that. There's some really cool artwork in here. I'm just flicking through. I really enjoy these kind of like graphic novels where they're just slim. Like, that gives me another book on my reading challenge on Goodreads. And I just really enjoy like looking at pictures and like the artwork and the story itself. It just sounds really cool. And the fact that there's like little mini stories as well. So what are the names here? Hold on, I'm just looking at some of the stories. The Ash Tree, Lost Hearts, Canon Albrick Scrapbook, the Mezzotint. But yeah, that is great. I love it. So as I say, it's, I think, number 1, so there might be other volumes of it. I don't know. I'll have to look into that if I enjoy it. But yeah, that was from Waterstones. Also from Waterstones, pretty much all these books I get are from Waterstones. I mean, to be fair, when I buy books, I either get them on eBay or Waterstones, or I go around local charity shops and look, obviously, if they're secondhand as well. But I've only got, looking at them, I've only got one from a local charity shop at the moment. But anyway, I'll show you that in a bit. So next up, yeah, this is also from Waterstones. This is by Sophie Gonzalez and Cal Dietrich. I can't say any words at all today. Loving this cover. It's super cute. I've read one book by Sophie Gonzalez, which was Perfect on Paper. I know she did the other one. Was it Mostly Devastated or something? But I haven't read that. I've got it on my bookcase. I haven't read it yet. But I heard about this one a little while ago, and I just went on the website and pre-ordered it because it just sounded my cup of tea. So it's LGBTQI+ rep, which is great. And it's called If This Gets Out. Loving that cover, as I say, super sweet. And it's about a boy band. Two of the members of this big boy band like fall in love with each other and that. It says here, Ruben and Zach are in the world's biggest boy band. They're also secretly in love. And I just thought that premises for the book sounded so interesting and so good. It says here, absolute showstopper, equal parts edgy and adorable. This bright, joyful book has everything I look for in a queer YA romance. So, Ruben and Zach are two members of Saturday, one of the world's biggest boy bands. Teen heartthrobs in front of the camera. They're also best friends backstage, but management's pressure on Ruben to stay in the closet is taking its toll, and Zach is the only one he can confide in. As Ruben and Zach come to rely on each other more and more during a whirlwind tour of Europe, their close friendship evolves and into romance. If this gets out, will their fans ever truly give them the support they need? And how can they hold tight to each other if their whole world is coming apart? So fascinating, so interesting. And I think when I was younger, there obviously years later they kind of come out, but there were so many boy bands that I loved. I was a proper boy band worshipper. I loved loads of them. And there were obviously members who were gay and kind of in the closet and were told, literally like in the book, by the management not to come out because it would kind of put off their teenage girl fans and stuff. And they stayed in the closet for so many years. And then like years and years later, they kind of come out and stuff. You know, there's been so many different members. There's a guy in, who is it? Stephen Gately from Boyzone. Who else? I'm trying to think. I know there's someone in NSYNC. Was it Lance in Sync? There was someone in New Kids on the Block. So they've all kind of been through that. And it's going to be quite interesting in reading it as a story and kind of what goes on. And as I say, I've always been into the whole boy band thing. My favourite boy band of all time, in case you're going to ask. Oh, it's tough. I don't know. I'd probably say Take That because I really adored them at school. I was obsessed. So, but there's so many good boy bands. Anyway, right. So that's that one. The next one is. Oh, I'm not going to bother saying they're from Waterstones because I think that's pretty obvious because I've said that. This is new. It's called Iron Widow by Xiron J. Zaho. I've probably said that name completely wrong. I do apologise. This is such a beautiful, beautiful cover. And this was actually a gift from one of my viewers for Christmas. They sent me a £10 Waterstone voucher and I put this towards that towards this book. So thank you to my lovely viewer. My viewers are so kind, like seriously, so generous, so kind. But yeah, so this is a sci-fi, which I'm like not a massive fan of sci-fi, but I do like sci-fi now and again. I have to be in that kind of mood, you know. So it says here, a dazzling blend of Chinese history and science fiction. You've been living a dream for long enough. Welcome to your nightmare. I just think this sounds really exciting. I love the fact that it's sci-fi mixed with, you know, that kind of Chinese history stuff. And there's been so many good reviews of this. Everywhere I've gone, like on YouTube, to look it up and see people's like views. Like, I love it. You know, says here, all these quotes: brutal, bloodthirsty, full of rage. Oof. Okay, very cinematic. I like books when it really makes you believe that you're, like, it's like a film in your head. Do you know what I mean? Like when they're so realistic and so full of everything going on, it's like a movie playing. And this does sound like it's going to be epic. It says the boys of, I'm going to say all these words wrong now and you're going to laugh at me. Sorry in advance. The boys of Huaxia dream of the celebrity status that comes with piloting Chrysalis, giant transforming robots that battle the aliens beyond the Great Wall. Their female co-pilots are expected to serve as concubines and sacrifice their lives. An 18-year-old Zetiane offers herself up as a concubine pilot. Her plan is to assassinate the ace male pilot responsible for her sister's death. But on miraculously emerging from the cockpit unscathed after his first battle, she is declared an Iron Widow, the most feared pilot of all time. Now that Zetiane has had a taste of power, she sets her sights on bigger things. The time has come to stop more girls from being sacrificed. It also says it's a cross between The Handmaid's Tale and Pacific Rim. So I don't know. I think it sounds exciting and interesting and a bit different. Sometimes I like to read books that are kind of out of my comfort zone. It's so easy to just think, oh, I'll pick up a thriller, I'll pick up a fantasy. But sometimes I want to read something that's so like out there that I'd never normally read, that I want to kind of open my horizons. There we go. So that's that one. Next up I have Little Thieves, and it's another book that so many people are raving about. What a beautiful cover as well. I know they say you shouldn't judge a book by the cover and all that jazz, but I do. I like a nice book cover. And this is just so pretty. It's so gorgeous. I don't know if anything's under the dust jacket. No, it's just plain, like a winey colour. I have seen another version of this book. I think it's the Illumicrate, possibly, version, or Fairy Loot, or one of these box set things. Mystery box things. And it's got all like sprayed edges and all pictures on the cover. Like, that is gorgeous. But I will take this front cover. It's still lovely, so I'm happy with that. It's by Margaret Owen, and it's like a fairy tale kind of book. I love these kind of fairy tale retellings, reimaginings kind of thing. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful kind princess and a wicked maid. One day, the wicked maid stole the princess's face, and with it her name, and betrothed everything. The princess had to toil away as a servant, while her maid lived like a queen. When the maid was caught, she died for her crimes, and the princess lived happily ever after. Or, that is how the story has been told. Now it's time for the wicked maid to tell her side of the story. Ooh! God, that sounds so good. Seriously. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Oh, apparently it says it's a retelling of The Goose Girl, which I have heard of, but I've never read. I don't know anything about, so I'll be kind of going into it, you know, open completely. It says it's unputdownable tale about stolen lives, thorny truths, and the wicked girls at the heart of both. That just sounds, oh, so good. I think it is a series. I'd have preferred it to be standalone, to be fair, but you know, if it's a series and I get into it, so let me know in the comments section. Do you prefer standalones or series? I like both for different reasons, but I don't know, like with a series, yeah, you get to know the characters longer and you can always kind of return to the world of them and be around them again, which I love. For example, Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare, you know, is my love. I love that series so much. Geek Girl, there's so many series that I've loved. And I love, you know, each time you read a book in that series, you go back to the same people and you know, it's nice. However, I don't like, the negative thing is I don't like having to wait for like a year or sometimes more for the next book. And because I read so many books in between, I forget what happened and then I have to look at the whole kind of recap and yeah. Sometimes I just prefer to read a big old standalone and that's that. So it just depends really. But anyway, so that's Little Thieves. Also from Waterstones. Now this I'm very shocked with myself, but I basically, Nathan, who's my lovely fiance, he's next door on his Xbox at the moment. He watches a show called The Witcher. I don't think he played the game, or he might have. I can't remember. Anyway, but he watches the show called The Witcher. So basically, The Witcher is on Netflix. It's also the book series, I think, come first, and the game. Is that the right order? Tell me if I'm wrong. Or it could have been the game and the books. I think it was the books, then the game, and now it's obviously the show, the series on Netflix. Everyone raves about it. It's always in like the top 10 trends of Netflix and stuff. And I went to watch an episode when it first started, and I watched the trailer of it, and I thought, oh, yes, Henry Cavill is in it, so woohoo. However, it also looked very gory. And I don't do gore. I don't mind reading gory stuff. Like if I read a horror and stuff and there's quite descriptive about, you know, things that have happened, I can kind of deal with that. But I don't like watching it. I don't like visuals. I think because special effects are so good these days. You know, back in the 80s when I was younger, things weren't great special effects wise, right? But now they look so realistic and it freaks me out and I get like, what? Don't like it. So I did ask Nathan, every so often, should I watch The Witcher, you know, should I? And he was like, look, you know, I think you'd like the story of it, but I don't think you'd like it, because he knows, I don't think you like the gory aspect of the killing and the bits and pieces. So I was like, okay. But yeah, which is a shame, because I think Henry Cavill looks very nice in a long white, is it blonde or white wig? I don't know. But however, Henry will have to go aside because I can't watch shows with gore. I just can't. Anyway, so what I thought I'd do instead is get the book series. Anyway, so I'd already decided to get the book series and kind of read the books instead. And then I went on Twitter, and I can't remember her name, I'm really sorry, but she probably doesn't watch this video anyway, so it doesn't matter. But she's doing, not like throwing shade, just being honest, she doesn't know who I am, so fair enough. But I saw that this girl was doing a readathon of The Witcher, I think like a Witchathon, I don't know what she's called it, but I thought, oh, you know, so I just thought it was a great way for me not only to meet new friends, like bookworm friends and stuff, but also like to read along is really nice for me because you can kind of chat with the person or people who are reading the same book, and you know, discuss the characters, story, plot, etc. You know, so I kind of tweeted her and said, oh, I'd love to join in, etc. I was a little bit confused with the list of how the Witcher books went. So I don't know if you know, but they're all like, you know, do I start with this one or do I start with this one? And I don't know. But anyway, so she told me in the end what book that we were going to all start with. So it's going to start in, I think, mid-January, she said. And I think, yeah, it's going to be like one Witcher book a month, which is perfect for me. I don't want to read them all in one hit. I'd rather read one like every month, if I enjoy the series, obviously. So this is the book that I got after all that long explanation. The Witcher, The Last Witch, The Last Wish, not witch, but maybe there's witches in it, I don't know. The Last Wish, and it's on, oh, I've got to say this word as well. Okay, Andrzej Sapkowski. Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm terrible at this. But it just sounds really cool, and as I say, I'm hoping that it's going to be good, and I'll enjoy the books, and maybe one day I'll get brave enough to watch the show if I do enjoy it. So it says, I like this bit, not all monsters are evil, and not everything fair is good. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, let me know if you're a Witcher fan. And there was different covers, but I went with that cover because I thought it was quite smart. I like that cover best. Okay, so that's that. So next up, I'm going to show you some books that I got from the library. I've only got 3, so I have, and I can't tell you about one of them because it's number 2. So hold on, let me explain. Right, so I have these 2 here. Also books that have just been like so praised. Everyone just raves about these books. Can I just say, by the way, I will add, I'm not one of these people who will only read books that are popular, that everyone's talking about. I'm not that like type of reader. I read books that I've got from a charity shop from, like, I don't know, 4 years ago. It doesn't bother me. Or books in the library that I've seen that no one's ever heard of. But I do, you know, sometimes I do like to read books that people have praised and raved about, because I'm thinking, well, if a lot of people like it, you know, chances are it is hopefully going to be good. Saying that though, sometimes books are overhyped and then you read them and you're like, oh, that was a letdown. So it swings and roundabouts. So let me see. I don't know what one is in order. I think this one's first, isn't it? Possibly. Hold on. You should say the sequel to, oh yeah, Heart-Stopping Follow-Up. Okay, yeah. So these, both by Chloe Gong. This is These Violent Delights. And this is from the library. You can see the plastic coating. The year is 1926 and Shanghai hums to the tune of debauchery. It says here that it's like a reimagining, retelling of Romeo and Juliet, but it's set in the 1920s in Shanghai, rival gangs, monsters. Like, it just sounds pretty damn cool. So yeah, that is number 1. I'm very lucky I managed to get number 2 at the library as well. I think this is a duology. I don't think this is like a big series or anything, so that'll be really good to have number 1 and then finish it with the second one. So if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think it is just the duology. So yeah, they sound really exciting. Okay, and the other one I got from the library is this one here, which is A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. I've read one book by Naomi Novik. I'm just trying to look. I can't. Was it Spinning Silver? Or so? Yeah, Spinning Silver. I quite like that. It was okay. It wasn't amazing, but it was okay. However, this just sounds so good and so my cup of tea. I know number 2's out now as well, so if I did like this, I could possibly get number 2. I always plan in advance, you know. It's about a school of magic. It says, enter a school of magic unlike any that you have ever encountered. There are no teachers, no holidays, friendships are purely strategic, and the odds of survival are never equal. Once you're inside, there are only 2 ways out. You graduate or you die. Elle Higgins is uniquely prepared for the school's many dangers. She may be without allies, but she possesses a dark power strong enough to level mountains and wipe out untold millions. Never mind easily destroy the countless monsters that prowl the school. Except she might accidentally kill all the other students too. So Elle is trying her hardest not to use it. That is, unless she has no other choice. I just think it sounds brilliant. A school of magic, and I mean, no teachers at school. I'd have loved that. I might have actually gone to school if there were no teachers there. I mean, I probably wouldn't have learnt anything, but you know. Yeah, I like there's little titles for the chapters. This one's called Chapter 4, Things That Go Bump in the Night. They don't do that enough in books. They don't give chapters names and do you know what I mean? I wish they do that more. When I was a kid, all my little books I had would always have little... Anyway, what's this? Chapter 5, Sirens, Spiders. Oh my. But yeah, so that's that one. Okay, so they're my library books. I've got one left to show you now, and that is from a local charity shop, and I got this for £1. Oh no, I didn't, £1.50. £1 and 50p. This is J.K. Rowling's The Ichabod. Ichabod. It's how you say it, right? Ichabod. Yeah, Ichabod. Big hardback book here, £1.50, absolute bargain. As tall as 2 horses, eyes like glowing balls of fire, long razor sharp claws, the Ichabod is coming. What's underneath the dust jacket? Oh, there we go, it's quite shiny. But yeah, I read J.K. Rowling's The Christmas Pig on Christmas Day, and oh my god, it was so good. Like, I literally love that book so much. I've kept it, and I want to make it my Christmas book. Like, every year at Christmas time, I'm going to read The Christmas Pig. It didn't take me long to read. I read it in like a day. And it's just so adorable. It was so sweet. I loved it. Made me very emotional. But, yeah, so I saw this one. This is, I think, like I don't know. Yeah, it's one... I thought it was a collection of short stories, but I don't think this is. I think it is just the actual story. Yeah, chapter 1. Okay, yeah. So I think it sounds cool. It's you know, like a I assume child middle grade. I don't really read that many like young books, young, but I couldn't resist it because I've heard so many good things about the Ichabod, and J.K. Rowling's writing is just wow. Like, she just gets into this other world that she creates and the characters, and it's just magical. So yeah, I'm really happy that I've picked it up for £1.50. Bargain. So they are all my new books. Let me know in the comment section what book you're most excited about. If you saw any of them that you think, oh, I like the look of that. Maybe you've read some of these. Maybe, you know, they're on your to be read list as well. So yeah, okay. I don't know what one I'm most excited about because I'm excited about all of them. However, if I have to choose one, probably Little Thieves. I think Little Thieves just sounds like really like fairy tale-y and, you know, the wicked stuff like, yeah, so I'll go with that one. Okay, coming up now, I'm going to tell you about my current read, show you that, and then we'll do the TBR games. Woohoo! So this is my current read, and I want to say a massive thank you to you, yes you, my lovely viewers, for choosing me this book. So in, I think it was beginning of December, I put a video on and asked you, my lovely viewers, to choose me my first read of 22. So my very first book that I read as the clock struck 12 and it was January the 1st, and I put up a few books for selection and I asked people to vote in the comments, and I got a lot of votes for different books as well, but the book that got the most votes without a doubt is Slay by Brittany Morris. Is it Morris? Yeah, Brittany Morris. I tell you what, you've done yourselves proud. Thank you to anyone who voted for Slay, because I am thoroughly enjoying this. I remember buying it, I think it was a couple of years ago, possibly, or a year ago, a couple of years ago. And it's just been sitting on my bookcase for 2019. There we go. Sitting on my bookcase for ages, never got around to reading it, and I am now. So well done. But obviously in my reading wrap up, you'll find out my true 100%, you know, review. But at the moment, it looks as if it's going to be 4 or 5 stars. Yeah, it's a good start. So it's about this girl who, by the way, I love her character. Her name's Kira Johnson. And for me, like, when I start a book, if I like literally connect with that character, like the main character, straight away, I'm hooked. Sometimes I read books and I just don't like the character and I don't really care what happens to them in their lives and stuff, but this character, I really like her. She's sassy, but she's also sweet, and she's kind of hiding a big part of herself, which I think is really interesting. So it says here, I'm a queen and this is my game. It says, we are different ages, genders and traditions, but tonight we slay. By day, 17-year-old Kira Johnson is a college student and one of the only black kids at Jefferson Academy. By night, she joins hundreds and thousands of black gamers who duel worldwide in the secret online VR game called Slay. No one knows that Kira is the game developer, not even her boyfriend Malcolm. But when a teenager is murdered over a dispute in the Slay world, the media labels it racist hub for thugs. With threats coming from both inside and outside the game, Kira must fight to save the safe space that she has created. But can she protect Slay without losing herself? Very, very good. I'll be honest, I'm not into gaming. I'm not a gamer. I think the only game I pretty much play is Mario Kart with Nathan. Maybe a little bit of World of Tank Blitz, but I'm not a gamer. I don't get that world, you know, and all respect to people who do. But for me, like, I think it's because I don't know how to do most games, like the controls and anyway. But I'm not a gamer, so I was a bit concerned starting this one because I thought, oh, but I have to say the way that it's wrote, yeah, there's a bit obviously where she's in this kind of virtual reality game and stuff, so that's a bit but it's kind of explained really well, so you haven't got to be a kind of gamer to read it kind of thing, which I like. It's all very kind of, you know, really explained well, and yeah, it's really cool. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm on currently page 54, and as I say, already I would give it probably a 4 or 5 stars. It's that good. So well done to my viewers for picking me my first read, and I think I'll do this again in the future. At some point I'll ask you, my viewers, to pick me a book for that month, you know, whatever, because it's fun. I like it. Gets you involved with my reading. Okay, so that is that. Now it's time for TBR Games. TBR Games. That was a bad jingle. I'm looking for my phone. It's right in front of me here. So 2 TBR games, not 1, but 2. I give you 2. So as I said before, I love watching TBR games on other people's channels. I just really enjoy it. It's fun. I love Pages with Page. I love Kit Kats Can Read. I just really enjoy watching people, whether it's like a board game they do or a TBR jar, or I was watching Pages of Page the other day and she did like Cluedo, like picking her books of Cluedo. So cool. I just love it. It's a really kind of fun way of picking books, and yes, I'm a mood reader. I do like to kind of look and think, yep, I select that one on the day, but I do kind of like that challenge of having a book chosen, kind of reading it. And at the end of the day, all the books that I've got, that I own, I've bought, so I must have been interested in them at some point, so I want to buy them. In a minute you will see, and that will be the end of the video, by the way, the lovely Nathan 123, as I call him, Nathan, my fiance. he has chose me the book for the month of January. I know what it is. I'm not going to tell you, but carry on watching. So that's the TBR game when we have the 4 boxes, we roll the dice and it corresponds with a number on the box, and anyway, so he explains what it is in that clip, so carry on watching for that in a moment. But this game is something that I have got from Pages of Page. She's so sweet. Check her out, by the way. She's lovely. She does the spin the wheel thing, and I was meaning to keep asking her what app she uses, how does she do the spinny wheel thing, but I was just like, you know what, I'm going to search on the Play Store to see if I can find any apps that give me a kind of, you know, wheel spinny thing. And I found one called literally Spin the Wheel app. So I downloaded it, and it's really easy to use. It's free to use. I created my own little TBR spin wheel. Chose the colours of like a nice pastel colour. So we've got pastel blue, yellow, purple, pink, peach, etc. But yeah, you can like change the colouring of the wheel, and you can put all your different options in, and it's really, yeah, I'm really excited about it. So what we're going to do now, getting nervous, is the first ever spin the wheel of me. So I've called it TBR game, let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel. So it's on my phone here right in front of me. So I'll give you the options I have chose. I've done these myself, obviously. So I have can't really read this properly, a book from, I can't read this, a book from the bedroom, a book from, what? Oh, a book from the bedroom, book from the spare room. Nathan gets to choose a book for me, a library book, a thriller, a YA book, a fantasy book, romance, fantasy. Yeah, I can't see, because you can see, like, they're all kind of, I can't really read the rest of it. But anyway, so we'll spin the wheel, we'll see what we get, and then we'll go and select the book. So let's do this. Spin, baby. Oh, it's exciting. What is it? A thriller book. Way! Oh, sorry, I got a bit excited there. A thriller book. That's cool, because you know me, I love a thriller. So I'm going to go and select a thriller book now. Oh, what one's it going to be? Okay. Well, there is a thriller I'm after reading in my bedroom, I think. I don't know, because there's, you know what, I might not pick the actual book now, because I want to have a good look around, because I've got thriller books in the spare room, and I've got thriller books in my bedroom on the bookcase and on the book piles. I don't want to be just like leaving you wait while I go and anyway, so yeah. But basically, the chosen thing on the wheel is a thriller book, and I want to do this every month. But yeah, there is one I want to read in there, but there's also a thriller in there. So many thrillers to choose from, so that's cool. So that was the TBR Spinner game. Spin the wheel. And now carry on watching for the TBR game with the little boxes and the dice, featuring my lovely Nathan. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much to all of you for watching. If you want to come and follow me on Goodreads, that'd be great. My link is down below to my Goodreads page. Also Twitter, Instagram, Tiggity TikTok. My other YouTube channel, MinxLaura123 ASMR. The link's down below for that as well. And that's that. Okay, so I'm going to get reading now. Slay. You're mine, and I'm going to read you. All right, everyone, take care of yourselves. Mwah. Happy reading. Bye. Okay, everybody, it is now time for the TBR game, and to help me, as ever, is my lovely fiancé, Nathan. Hey, Nathan.
Hello.
Hello. Are you ready for the game?
Yeah, I thought I'd got out of it this month because you made me draw one in December.
I did make, yeah.
December and January, but because you've read it in
December.
Yes,
then you have to do another one for January.
I've got to do another one for January. So
I didn't like the one you chose for December.
I am back.
Wasn't a good pick, so make this one better.
Well, it's your books. You're the one that buys them.
That is true. So would you mind explaining the game? And there's the dice.
So there are 4 tinfoil.
Nothing but the best.
Tubs.
I don't know why I put dog stickers on because there's nothing to do with books.
You love dogs.
That is true.
So each one is labelled up with the type of book one might find inside.
Actually, they're not in order. Let's have a
look.
look.
They don't need to be in order.
No, I've got OCD. Where are we going? Are we swapping this one? That's better. Right, okay, now you can explain.
So you've got thriller mystery.
Yep.
General fiction, fantasy, sci-fi, horror, and series.
And they've all got numbers?
Yeah. 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12.
Exactly. So
and you've got 2 dice.
I have.
And you're going to roll those dice.
I am.
And whichever number it lands on, I'm going to delve into that pot and pick you a book.
And there's all little bits of paper all folded up. We've done ages ago of all the books that I own that I haven't yet read.
Isn't all the books you own now because
because there's new ones been added.
More added.
Yeah, but these are
we haven't got big enough pots anymore.
Put your claws away. But these ones I'm trying to clear my TBR.
Okay.
Okay. Right, that's why the new ones don't go in because these are older books that need reading.
Well, are you going to roll your dice then?
Yes.
And see last couple of times it's been series.
Yeah, I don't want series.
Well, then
to be
roll
honest.
the dice and not get.
I need like a low number.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 7.
Oh, okay. So it's not series.
General fiction.
General fiction. Okay, so this could be anything.
Look out! That's the most full.
Yeah.
Box.
Because there's literally all random
I'm
stuff.
just gonna rummage like this and make sure none fall out. Rummage, and I found one right here.
Okay.
I'm pulling out.
Right. Okay. Get it open. Get it open. What's it gonna be?
It is.
Can you read my writing?
When the world was ours.
In the bedroom.
Bedroom, and it's fiction.
I know what it is. Oh my God. That is one of the books I chose for my 22 books in 22. So 22 books that I'm definitely going to...
Wow.
I think it's by Liz Kessler.
Wow.
Should we go find it?
You can go find it.
Okay. Do you want to find it?
No.
And here it is. Yeah, this is the one. When the World Was Ours. This is literally on... If you go back on my few videos ago... it's 22 in 22 books that I've owned and just really want to get done this year. And you've picked it out for this month.
Yeah.
It's quite a depressing book.
Yeah, I can tell what it's about just by looking at the picture.
It is, about the Holocaust.
Yeah, the Holocaust concentration camps. There's a Nazi there.
Yeah.
And 2 prisoners of war.
It's actually based on a true story. So it's going to be quite emotional. But apparently there is like a nice kind of positive message of hope as well. It's not all sad. There's supposed to be... a nice kind of ending to a degree. I suppose with the Holocaust you never have
it's not
happy
really,
endings.
No.
But no, sometimes people
But the
have.
happy ending is we beat the Germans, which was...
Exactly, we beat the Germans and also some people did survive. Yeah. So I think this is maybe, if not all, but some of them are going to survive.
Somebody's going to survive.
Because they say there's, and there's a happy ending to a degree. So yeah, this is When the World Was Ours, as chose by Nathan in this TBR game. Hope you've enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
Always.
I do as well. So yeah, there we go.